With the presidential inauguration only a week away, there are a lot of questions on Americans' minds, including this news story that has many doctors up in arms. Just a few days ago, notorious anti-vaccer Robert Kennedy Jr. told reporters that President-elect Trump had asked him to chair a commission on vaccination safety and scientific integrity. This came as a shock to many in the healthcare field, as Kennedy has been very public about his controversial views on vaccines. In 2015, he was infamously quoted saying, "They get the shot, and 3 months later, their brain is gone. This is a holocaust, what this is doing to our country." It is unclear as to what Trump's plans are for vaccine safety review, as an insider has revealed that no decisions have been made at this time. However, one thing is for sure, the flames of the great vaccine debate will be ignited once again. Joining us now is our good friend and president of the Special Needs Network. That's a nonprofit dedicated to the needs of families and children with autism. Our good friend, attorney Areva Martin. Welcome. Yeah. So good to have you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
So, Areva.
Whew, this is a story. Yeah. You said, Travis, as you intro the story, that doctors are concerned about this appointment, but it's also special needs advocates.
Concerned? We're pissed off.
Well, first of all, let me back.
This is so reckless. And those comments that he made, why do politicians get involved with medicine and health care? The system needs to be fixed. One of the biggest reasons that it's broken is because government has gotten involved with medicine. It's got to stop.
Well, government has to be involved to some degree.
Yes,
what you're referring to is more so medical policies. I do want to clarify that there's been no formal appointment. This is Robert Kennedy Jr. came out and reported that
he'll be used as an advisor.
He was going to be used as an advisor.
But either way, it's still really disturbing. My sentiments exactly as yours, Dr. Ordon. When I heard this, it really, I won't say I almost had a heart attack, but as a cliche, I was just really disturbed by it because Robert Kennedy, bless his heart, accomplished in a lot of ways, but he's not a scientist and he is not a medical provider, a practitioner. And there's been so much misinformation in the autism community. I'm a parent, I'm an advocate, and I can remember when my son was diagnosed, I went on the internet to look up information to try to get my son the best health and educational care, and there was so much information, but so much of it was wrong. And parents go on this wild odyssey trying to get the best information, and we spend thousands of dollars, lots of heartache, lots of just traumatic experiences, and we don't need people giving us fake medical information. We need solid scientific information to take care of our kids. And so this, even not appointment, but him as an advisor on this issue should be troubling to all autism and special needs advocates.
And these groups, amen, so well put. The studies are there. We've gone over this and revisited, and the articles that came out were debunked, and there's further studies, and the benefits, the efficacy of vaccines in general has been shown time and time again, and yet this still keeps coming up.
Well, I will say the one thing is I'm always all for skepticism. I think it's important, no matter what, you should be skeptical.
Yes.
And I've actually always been very open on the show of being critical of our healthcare system. I think a lot of the things that we do in our healthcare system are unsafe. I think a lot of medications are prescribed are unnecessary. We talk on the show about half of the antibiotics oftentimes prescribed are unnecessary. A lot of procedures are done that are unnecessary. You should, by the nature of the beast, be skeptical of healthcare. Ask questions, but I agree with the American Academy of Pediatrics. They call vaccines the most significant medical innovation of our time. I am not a big believer in overuse of medicine. I'm a big believer in integrative medicine, but there is so much misinformation out there. But where there isn't misinformation, and this is from the CDC, people born over the last 2 decades, it is predicted that because of vaccines, 732,000 deaths will be prevented, 20 million hospitalizations. And I think the reason that vaccines obviously are so controversial is because people are confused and quite frankly scared. And look, again, it gets back to we live in a world where people aren't sure what to believe or not to believe. And there is a lot of misinformation out there. I understand why people are scared.